Welcome to this important video of Python. In this video, we are going to discuss an important example regarding user-defined function. We already know that user-defined functions are such functions which are defined by the user and they are not already defined in the software or in the Python module. So we are going to implement this user defined function with an example, which is we will convert the temperature value from one scale to another scale. We know that temperature has three scales: Kelvin scale, Fahrenheit scale, and Celsius scale. So if we want to convert the value from Fahrenheit to Celsius or Kelvin and Kelvin to Celsius, then there are so many ways. First, we can write it in the form of code from one line to the last line, and there is another method as well that we use user defined function to convert these values. So let's use this method. How the user defined function is declared, we have already seen that first we use the keyword def, and then we use the function name, and after function name we use the number of variables which we are going to use in this function as well. So next we write the variables, and then after that we write the code which shows the expressions to convert or calculate, and then we write an expression called return which shows the end of this function, and then we can use this anytime in future as well. So here is an example that define a function to convert temperature from Celsius to Kelvin. First we should know the formula that in order to convert the temperature from Celsius to Kelvin, we just add 273 in Kelvin temperature. Although this can be implemented using add operator, but we are going to implement this expression using a function, so that we must know the idea how to define a user defined function. You can see here is a define keyword which is always used for user defined function, and next here is a function name which is Celsius to Kelvin, and after function name you can see here is the variable which is c. C stands for variable. This is the variable, and this is the function name. And similarly, after this you can see that this is the code or expression, block code. This is also known as block code, which will execute how to perform this conversion, and this return statement shows the end of this function. And now we can use this anytime in future as we have used it here. So let me implement this example at a software called Pycharm, which uses Python language as a coding language. So first I will define a function here, and then I will use that the function name. Let me use it as Celsius to Kelvin, and then I will use a variable. Let's suppose we are going to use the variable C for Celsius. Now we will write the expression that how to convert temperature from Celsius into Kelvin. Let's suppose the temperature in Kelvin is K and in Celsius it is C. So we will simply add 273 in Celsius temperature, and now we can even display this value at the output. So we can say that the temperature in Kelvin is, and we can write this in quotation because we want to display it as it is at the output, and then we use the return expression which will show that the function has been defined and it has been ended. Now if we want to use it in future, then we will simply write Celsius to Kelvin, and we will write the value. Let's suppose we write the value 78, and we run this code, and we will see it will be automatically executed. So it will simply add 78 with 273 and the answer will be displayed. So we can use even more than one time this function, and whenever we use this function it will automatically convert this value Celsius to Kelvin, and we can use it will calculate again, it will convert the value, and in this way the temperature in Kelvin will be displayed. So this is the way to define user defined function, which is very easy, and you can see here how it has been defined. So now let me move to the other example. Here is another example where another user defined function has been defined to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. In order to convert the temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit, first we multiply the Celsius temperature with 1.8 and then we add 32 in it. So in this way the temperature of Fahrenheit can be calculated. So we will simply change the expression for converting the temperature. We can also change the function name as well, and we can keep the variable same as before, which is C, because we have already used Celsius temperature, and here we are also going to use the Celsius temperature. So in this way you can see again, here are three main parts. First, we have used the function name and variable with def keyword. Next, we can see the block code, which is another or second part of using user defined function, and last shows the end, and we can use it anytime in future as well. So let me again implement this on Python software, which is Pycharm. However, you can use any other software as well. I am going to make changes in the previous program. I am going to change the name. For let's suppose I am going to keep the name Celsius to foreign, and now I change the expression because the expression will not be same. So what I will do, I will multiply 1.8 with C, and simply I will add 32 in it. To multiply I will use the multiplication operator, and I can write here the temperature in Fahrenheit is simply, so we are going to calculate the temperature in Fahrenheit. So the temperature in Fahrenheit is F. So simply I will use this function name again. It has already been defined. So I will simply write, let's suppose 45, and for another value 32, and we are going to convert this value in Fahrenheit. So simply we will execute this code, and you can see as soon as it executed, it has been already calculated. The value will be first multiplied with 1.8 and then 32 will be added in it. So this is the way how does the program works, and you have seen already how can we define the user defined function anytime. Thank you so much. That was up till now. If you have any question, then you can ask in comments. Otherwise, please leave your valuable feedback and keep on sharing this video with others, and don't forget to subscribe it. Thank you.